Hey y'all, what's going on? I hope you're doing good. I'm just gonna do a quick little fishing report from Lake Wedowee. So I'm posting this, I believe today's Saturday, March the 25th. I was down at Wedowee. I fished Tuesday night and then had a guide trip on Thursday. So I fished Tuesday night, Wednesday, had a guide trip Thursday, and then I fished yesterday, Friday. I didn't fish this morning, Saturday, but I did fish like 3.5 days straight at the lake. Back like a month ago, we got this warm weather like we've got now, and fish were moving up. I mean, fish have already spawned back late February, early March. And then of course, about a week and a half ago, we got a big cold snap, got below freezing. We've had a little bit of rain, so some stuff has changed, but mainly pretty much similar to my last fishing report. You can kind of catch fish doing whatever you want to do. We caught some fish the other day in 30 foot of water on drop shots and shaky heads. I've caught fish on a crankbait, caught fish on a spinnerbait. You can catch fish up shallow on a Texas rig, a wacky worm. Back 2 weeks ago, right before the cold snap, I was catching fish on a buzzbait. Like, there's just so much going on in the lake right now. The lake's still down at Winter Pool. We got about another week or so, week and a half before they start to let it fill back up. But our water temp's been today, or last night on Friday, it was like 61. I was out till like midnight fishing. Caught a couple fish at night too, so there's a lot you can do in the lake right now. I did catch a couple fish last night. I did catch one nice one, about a 4-pounder. I'm actually used that picture for the thumbnail, but there's just a lot going on right now. The fish, they did start to pull up shallow like a month ago, and there was still a lot out deep, but now this time of the year in March is more normal weather. Like, we got that warm weather really early, which was kind of unusual, but now we've had a cold snap again and it's getting warm again, which normally this time of the year, this time in March, it starts to happen. So I think these fish are really going to start to really make their push up shallow again. Like I said, a lot of fish have already spawned. I caught a fish yesterday, a spot, about a 2-pounder, and it looked terrible. I mean, it was beat up. It was probably about 17 inches long and hardly weighed 2 pounds. I mean, it was definitely spawned out, pretty rough looking. So there's definitely fish that have spawned. There's some fish that haven't. Like the other day, I think it was Monday, my grandfather, they kept some spots to eat. They cleaned them. 2 had eggs and 2 were spawned out. Like, there's just some fish have still got their eggs. Some have already laid a month ago. I mean, there's just a lot going on, but there's definitely fish in all 3 stages. But with this warm weather that we've had, there's definitely some fish moving in the bank. The watercolor's pretty clear at the lake. We got some rain last night, and then got some more rain coming Sunday and Monday, so I think it might stain it up a little bit, but for the most part, the water's in the high 50s to low 60s. The fish, like I said, you can catch fish in 30 foot, you can catch fish in 3 foot. I did crappie fish yesterday for about an hour. We caught about 15 keepers, and then we went to go bass fish. But the crappie are biting. I've caught crappie really deep, and then I caught some crappie yesterday in 5 foot of water. So there's just, the fish are kind of all over the place. So don't be afraid to check a deep point, and then don't be afraid to check the back of a pocket with some brush in the back. So like I said, there's just fish everywhere, but just get out there and, try some different stuff. Like I said, caught some fish on a shaky head, a drop shot, a jig, a wacky worm, Texas rig, and then you can cover water with like a crankbait, chatterbait, spinnerbait, just stuff like that. And then of course, minnows, jigs, underspins. As far as crappie fishing goes, I don't troll for crappie, but I fish spots. I don't troll, but like I said, we got this warm weather. We've had another cold snap a couple weeks back, a week or so ago, and then we've had a warm week. So these fish are really, this is kind of like a second cycle for them. I think this is going to be their main push up to the bank. Lake's about to start filling up, normal stuff for this time of the year. That warm weather we had back at the first of the month, that was kind of faked us out, but now we're back under the normal conditions we normally have. But like I said, fishing's been pretty good. Weather's awesome right now, and been having some really good guide trips here recently. I've caught 40 fish on Thursday, caught 90 last 2 Thursdays ago, and then we've caught in the 70s, 80s. I mean, we've been catching a lot of fish. The numbers have been good. So if you're interested in a trip at Wedowee, send me a message, let me know. I'll have my information down below. But other than that, I hope y'all have enjoyed this video. If you got any questions about the lake or just anything, just let me know. But other than that, y'all have a good one, and I'll see y'all on the lake.